And hey, everybody, welcome back to Saturday Night Forum with your host, Dangerous Freedom, and my lovely co host, Moose Man, or Old Bull Moose, whatever you want to
Hi,
call him.
everybody.
Anyways, yeah, so we we've already been backstage, kind of going through some of the stuff that makes us upset. And anyways, we give it a minute here. Now that I just barely went live, it's going to take a minute to populate everybody. But I want to say hello to everybody. 12B, Zane, always great to see you. Mayor, what's up? John Mador, yes. Hey, what's up, Garrett? Good to see you. Yeah, we got quite a few gripes to go over, and Moose was he brought up a really good point. I think towards the end of the show, or maybe like the last half hour or so, I will bring up one person at a time. Give you a couple minutes to come on there and chat with us, or bring up whatever questions you want to do, and
Yeah,
so we're gonna try that. So I mean it works pretty good on my after dark, but for this one, Moose Man had we really got to watch bandwidth. So, and not to mention when you get 12 people in there trying to talk over each other, it just it can turn into a real crap fest really quick. So
right.
anyway,
And I'll be happy to answer any questions. And if you guys have any ideas for future shows for us to discuss, let us know. We'll be happy to take and consider what you guys
oh
want
yeah,
to hear because this
I
isn't for
always
us; it's for everybody out there.
yep, I always keep a notepad and pen close by just in case. So it's my money.
Yeah, Garrett, I heard New York got smacked, and it wasn't Hart this time. It was the man upstairs for all the debauchery going on over there. But
Probably. Yeah. Yeah. Flooding. Yeah.
Hart
That's
still
pretty
shut
bad.
down, but God never sleeps.
That's pretty bad when New York gets flooded. Well, then again, they are right. Like half of New York is like peered up, isn't it? Something like that.
Yeah. Well, and it was mainly, as I saw, it was it was New Jersey and New York City mainly. It wasn't the more conservative areas of New York that got hit. It was the liberal bastion. So,
Hmm.
between lightning strikes hitting the George Floyd Memorial and earthquakes and volcanoes and floods and more fires on the West Coast, people just don't seem to be taking a hint. Somebody upstairs is not happy.
They know. I mean, we kind of discussed that on the After Dark last night. Yeah. Too many people have fallen away from God, and I think that's why we're in
Yeah,
the shit show that we're in. Virginia, hey
that's
baby.
right. Hey, yeah, Zane, good luck. I hope you find a nice rifle of what you're looking for, and
Yes.
stay away from the AK-74s because we got word that ammo is going to be getting scarce for them, and
Mm-hmm.
people are going to be trying to unload them right now because the price is high. But over the next 2 years, ammo is going to dwindle. So stay away from that 5.45 by 39 cartridge if you can. And it's a small, tiny bullet anyway, high speed. You can do just as good with a 5.56 that'll be readily available or a
Yep.
X39. You thinking Winchester? She is my kind of lady. Winchester. Yes, I'm a Winchester man.
Ah, Garrett, he's already messing with you. Ah.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. You can think it's harp all you want, but they still shut down, brother. Ain't no harp playing no tunes.
so So what's going on with these American children that are left over there in Afghanistan? I mean, did we just like say screw them? You're on your own now.
I heard there was
Oh,
I heard there was like 24 students, and I don't know if they've got family members with them that went over for a tour from Sacramento, California, which has got to be some pretty unintelligent people when we were trying to pull out of Afghanistan, and they're going to go visit. So,
yeah, yeah. Probably. Well, then again, it's a war-torn country. Why in the hell would we take high school students over there in the first place? But you know, what are
yeah,
they all from California too? I think. Well, I guess that kind of makes a
yeah,
little bit of
all from
sense.
Sacramento.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Oh, and
actually,
by the
they
way,
were they were getting more tourism in Afghanistan. Since we've been there for 20 years, they were getting more tourism to Afghanistan because it actually was a little safer to be over there, being that the Taliban was back in the hills. But
not being pushed
all
back.
that
Yeah,
shit's changed now, and there's starting to
completely.
be videos come out. Videos are coming out now. The Taliban are executing people right and left. They haven't kept to no agreement. It's like, hey, you're out of here now. We'll do as we want. Screw you.
Yep. That's well, I mean,
It's a
I
shame.
mean, Trump even knew it back then. Yeah, and actually back in 2017 he made a speech about it. It's like you cannot just retreat. It's going to create a vacuum that is going to get a lot of people killed. And, so he had a plan. The problem is all the plans that Trump had laid out in his presidency, Biden went in there and like, no, we're not doing that. No, we're not going to finish the wall. No, we're not doing this. Like seriously,
Yeah.
he has got a freaking approval rating of like 21% right now. Even the Democrats
And
don't like him.
declining and
Hmm.
declining fast. But
Yeah, yeah.
I saw
Well,
I,
then
I
again,
saw a
he's going
thing I saw a thing where it had Trump's plan up, and at the bottom it was,
Super
get our
K. What's
people out,
up?
but it was supposed to be get all Americans out first, and it was secure our air base. It was destroy any military equipment, and Biden had scratched through that and put under it give the equipment to the Taliban, and the other part was scratched out about getting all the Americans out before the deadline, and it's just it's crazy because he just it's insane to be hate somebody so bad that you're willing to put your whole country at risk because of some stupidity.
Yep, yep. The
And
whole
that's what they're doing.
never. Yeah, what was it? The Never Trump movement. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Well,
I still say anybody that really voted for Biden, you're just as responsible as he is for the death of any Americans over there. I'm sorry, but that's the way I look at
I
it.
still like to know who I voted for. I mean, I can't wait for this Maricopa audit to come out. Because I'm really curious. It's like, and my sister was
Yeah.
even one up on me. She had literally took a photo on her phone of her voting of the ballot, and I mean, it's like, crap. You can't argue with that. It's not Photoshop. It was the real deal. So and we're just really curious, man. A lot of people are like, why is it taking so long? Why is it taking so long? And folks, the reason it's taken so long is because, unfortunately, a lot of these Californian Democrats have moved over here like cockroaches or rats or whatever you want to call them. And so they are blocking the Republicans as best they can at every turn. Now, fortunately, most of our government is conservative. We're Republican. We want freedom, liberty, and truth. And they respect we, the people. So,
Yeah.
hey, what's up, Jeremy?
Hey, the best
Check your
life.
email, brother.
The best life. Thanks for the laugh. The best life. The blue helmets are using HARP to invade us with their Taurus pistols. Thanks. I needed to laugh. Good one, brother. Good one. Or sister. I can't remember who's. Half the time I don't know who's male and female on here anymore. Gender confusion.
I just
But I
kind of
know
imagine
Jeremy
they're all naked.
is a male, and Nikki's
Yeah,
a female. I
yeah,
know that. And Virginia's a
yeah, yeah.
female,
Thank
and
you.
of course my
Yeah.
my my nice friend Nicole, who lets
Oh,
me kind of give her A+ on double D's papers. But we love you guys.
oh, you're still at work,
Thanks for
Jeremy.
letting us
That's all
connect
right.
with you.
Because Moose and I were talking beforehand, and he's like, why don't we make like, the last part of the show about, having people, come on. I'm not gonna keep like a full panel like I do on my After Dark, but I'll bring up one or two of you at a time. We can discuss the topic, and then I'll drop you back down and let a couple more, or let another person back up, that kind of thing. Oh, Jeremy, God bless you, brother. I love that. Yes. Don't forget
Yep.
to, yep, get the like button, subscribe, and share it out. I mean, we're trying to keep this within the YouTube guidelines, so we should
Yep.
be okay. And yes, if you can donate, PayPal, it's the quickest. YouTube is slow as hell about paying out anybody, but whatever. Anyways, um, so next topic. So the Virginia Citizens Defense League has filed a lawsuit against the coalition to stop gun violence because they put out a post pretty much saying that the VCDL is a domestic terrorist organization. And the VCDL was like, you sons of bitches. So, you know what? We're fighting fire with fire. They always want to sue us, so we're going to sue you back. And they are well within their rights. It's for defamation, because it is totally defamation. What? Because these people don't like guns, all of a sudden now, because we do like guns and we want an armed America, now we're some kind of terrorist group. Yeah, that needs to be gone, done with. I'm so
And that's
sick of it,
because
man.
it's because they're a bunch of pussies that are terrified that we've got guns because they don't understand guns. They've been brainwashed by the media to believe, and they can't even do math, even with new math. They can't do math to show that less than 1/10 of 1% of all guns in the United States are used to commit crime or suicides. Less than 1/10 of 1%. That's so minuscule. It's you got more cars that kill people, and you got more doctors that kill people, and you got more McDonald's cheeseburgers that kill people. For God's sake, get off the guns. It's a right. It's not a privilege. There's my
Absolutely,
rant.
that's a great one, Garrett. Oh shit, I'm not. Hold on, I'm not on YouTube side.
I'm not either. I'm just running StreamYard now, so I can't comment to the
Yeah,
YouTube
yeah.
people.
Hold on.
Trying to keep the bandwidth right. I'm coming to you via satellite tonight. I
I know who my regular.
hijacked
I
Red's
know who the regulars.
internet.
I know who the regulars are. Super Dave. Um, did you follow me from the Prepared Mind channel? Because your name sounds really really familiar, but a lot of people are over here from the Prepared Mind. A lot of people follow the Prepared Mind. If you don't follow the Prepared Mind, it probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Because like he is an awesome fellow. He really does his research, and I mean, like some of the stories I get from him. You know what I mean?
Hey, Yankee and Cherokee Survival and
Yeah, Cherokee.
Yeah. Wait to see my buddy Topspin to see if he's gonna fire up the grill tonight.
Topspin.
Yeah.
Oh, and
We got a running joke going.
We were also talking about the final date for the pistol brace comment section is actually Wednesday. So you got a few more days, folks, if you want to go in there. Now, granted, I remember the first time around when they put out their comment section and I commented, it didn't seem to do any damn good. And it's like I understand sometimes it feels futile, like when they did the 80% lower type of thing and all that. But yeah, it can't hurt. It just really, if you believe in the Second Amendment, it can't hurt. You got to put your info in there, because you got to be logged in, registered. You got to be a real American. You can't just make up some kind of fake name like I'm Dangerous Freedom and this. I think you're full of shit.
Right.
Yeah, I mean that's not the kind of comments that they're wanting. But
No.
whether you own pistol,
Just go in and
whether
say you oppose it.
Yep. Whether
Just say you
you
oppose
believe in
the
it or
ban.
not, whether you own one or not. Yep. Exactly.
Right.
Nicole.
Oppose the ban because this was done so that crippled people and stuff could still shoot AR-15 pistols rather than having a piece of pipe coming out the back. This helps people strap it to their wrist that may not be able to otherwise. So it helps with disabilities, among other things. And we don't want our disabled shooters to not be able to enjoy the sport too.
Oh,
So
man.
out of 80 million gun owners, we need at least 10%. We need 8 million people to jump on that site and say, I oppose a regulation banning pistol braces. That's all you got to say. You don't have to nothing else. Just say I oppose it, just so you go on record. And we need millions of people to do that. Anybody out there watching, tell your friends and neighbors.
And actually, I don't have the link for that handy, but I know you can go to places like Guns and Gadgets. He's always posting those links.
Gun Owners of America.
Yeah, GOA, absolutely, yes.
Gun Owners of America, Firearms Policy Coalition.
Oh yeah, FPC. Oh yeah, they're definitely a solid one. I should donate to them, but I give so much of my money to USCCA and GOA. It's like, not to mention I got to buy ammo too. I'm not a rich man. Jeremy, what about the defense attorney that was representing the people from January 6th that has suddenly... dude, like seriously, that's the first I've even heard about that one, brother. I'll have to do a little bit of research on that. Maybe we can go into the weeds on that tonight. I don't want to go into it right now because I don't know enough about it, but yeah, I can do a little bit of research and we'll go from there. What's up, Luciano? Forest Monster, hello. Oh, hey, Deb. Good to see you. Backwoods Law.
Yeah.
God bless America. GBA.
Yeah.
By the way, if you don't know who GBA is, he actually makes handcraft wood flags. Yeah, really nice work. He is a fine carpenter, craftsman, whatever you want to call him.
There's a new market now for gun stocks and stuff. The maker of ironwood stocks passed away, and they're trying to finish out the people that had existing orders. So there's a loss now in the gun stock, wood gun stock market for specialty stocks that are hard to get or impossible to get. So
like 545.
There's somebody out there maybe looking for something to look into as a business.
Yeah.
You might want to consider it because this guy was backed up for 6 months in orders. So there is a huge market out there for specialty wood for gun stocks, for different builds, for wooden ARs. Some people found out about mine and they love my wooden stock. And but the guy that
They
was
love your
this
wood.
guy was making some of those too, in a custom design. And
Sorry that.
yeah, they love my wood. Everybody loves my wood.
Oh boy. All right, we're not after dark yet.
Yeah, right,
No, but
right.
that is cool. That is cool. So you finish. Now, do you buy those? Are they already like grooved out so they'll fit right on, or do you have to
Yeah.
take your own file, your own tools, and
Well, normally they're semi-finished, so you have to just sand them, fit them, and and apply the finish. But it's not like this, which is
hold on,
what
let me.
I make
I can't really
stocks
see
out
that. Hold
of
on.
is
Oh, it's just a
a big
block of
block of
wood.
wall. Yeah, this is what I make my stocks out of, is a big chunk of walnut
Oh, nice.
that has been seasoned, and it has some nice figure in it. And but yeah, I do my own, but that's what I'm saying. You can buy these chunks for 20 to 30 bucks from the
Mm-hmm.
dealers, and if you've got a stock duplicator, they make a stock duplicator, and you can set it up and duplicate the stocks and make them. But I think I'm not sure if Ironwood's site is still up, but the family, he passed away, and the family's trying to get out all the existing orders. I don't know what they're going to do with the equipment. It doesn't sound like they're going to reopen, possibly. So there might be a business for sale out there for somebody. But being a gunsmith, I'm always looking for sources for things like that if I don't have time to make it, or my customer doesn't want to wait, because it takes a lot of time to find
Mm-hmm.
that stock that's hidden in that block of wood. It's in there.
Yeah.
You just got to
Mm,
find it.
yeah. No, I trust me. I watch a lot of milling videos and stuff like that. It's amazing stuff. But but I've also, I've got over 20 years in the construction business, so I mean, I've been able to handcraft my own wooden handles and stuff like that too. Um,
I think Ironwood was over near Georgia somewhere. I'm not. Don't hold me to that, but I'm thinking they were from Georgia.
yeah, I guess I'm not gonna guess. Um, probably Aaron.
Hi,
All
Nikki.
right,
I
never
didn't
mind.
say hi, Nikki. Hi, Nikki.
Hi, Nikki. You're so fine. You're so fine. You blow my mind. Hey, Nikki. Hey, Nikki. There, I got it out of my system. First Amendment T-shirt. Where is this place? I don't know.
I
Where
think
is
it's
it?
in Georgia.
Georgia.
I think it's
Okay.
in Georgia. If I'm not mistaken. It may be in Missouri, somewhere in the southeast. You can look up Ironwood stocks with a quick search. Will probably bring you to their web page and with their address.
I'll tell you what. Yeah, between walnut and oak, you really can't go wrong. Those are two of the strongest woods I've ever come across.
Now, we use malted maple, um, but walnut and burled walnut is some of the best for gun stocks. Arctic birch is another good one that was used on a lot of the Mosin Nagant rifles, and the Finns used it quite a bit. But nothing better than a good piece of walnut to me.
No, the walnut's one of the strongest ones. Hickory's not bad either, but yeah, I think walnut and oak are the two strongest.
And I've never seen a hickory stock. Yeah, now a lot of people are going with laminate too, which laminate with the colors in it are beautiful too. If you like colored wood, that didn't sound right, but it's the way it is. Wood
Oh,
with
Nicole,
colors,
I
I
always
should
wave
say.
at you. Moose Man, yeah. Moose Man, you forgot to say hello to Nicole.
I said hi to Nicole. She didn't see my hi Nicole symbol.
She already knows I said hi. I was even
No,
standing
yeah.
at attention.
See, now if
uh,
I was captain of a yacht, I would hire Nicole to be my
Oh,
safety officer.
amen.
Yeah, because she comes with
Yeah,
her
well,
own flotation.
Nikki too. Mm. Like we would probably have more women on that boat than we would men. I ain't a bad thing.
Yeah,
I mean, a lot of flotation devices going on there, but um,
yeah. We
I
know
digress.
there's
Okay,
already.
we're doing
Yeah,
that.
don't get on the love boat now. Don't get on the
I know,
love boat.
right? Yeah, we'll
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 say
hold
that
on
for
to that
after dark.
one. Let's see. Oh, what were we talking about? Oh, we I think we already brought up the kids that are stranded over there. Um,
Not sure how
hundreds
many
of
other Americans maybe stranded
hundreds
either.
could be. They might like they could become hostages, folks. Wouldn't that be some?
Right.
I mean, we haven't seen anything like that since what, the 70s, I want to say. When we had that hostage crisis in, God, what embassy was that? Pakistan? Oh,
Fire, Moonchild,
what's that
AC,
moonchild? AC. Yeah.
Hey Debs.
I got to do this show at least once a week so people know I'm not a vampire.
You know, that brings up the word vampire brings up something interesting I ran into. Have you noticed how a lot more people now are wanting to stay up all night and then sleep during the day? The COVID
Yeah.
19 is related to the bat family. So it's possible that when we've been infected, we are now turning into bats and want to stay up all night and sleep during the day. The gene came from that. So I'm just trying to put two and two together to come up with something logical.
That is that's that's a good one. I don't know what to say.
Hey,
Yeah, that was good. That was a good one. Yep. So we all have the bat virus.
everybody else spreads a lot of BS. I'll start a rumor. We're all turning into bats now. If I
Right?
start
Why
getting a
not?
craving
Why
for
not?
insects, we're in
Everybody else,
trouble.
yeah, dude. Freaking MSN does it every day. All they spread is crap.
Yeah,
When people talk about
yeah,
defund the police,
yeah. If
I
I
like
start
to.
eating mosquitoes, you'll
Yeah.
know I'm on the right trail.
Speaking of which, we have been getting more mosquitoes down here, which we normally don't get. But um, I'm not eating them. At least I'm not doing it intentionally. But I am night. I am the vengeance. I am Batman. Daniel. Watching too many movies. Oh God.
We're all batshit crazy, Nikki.
Oh man, no, but I'll tell you what, my After Dark channel is growing pretty good. I mean, like I think I started with like 170 some people. It wasn't just my channel. I actually did it with my friend Bobby back in the day. And since his passing, I've had I've had multiple hosts on there. Um, I've had my brother Patriot on there. I've got you on here. Yeah, and it's growing and growing, and now we're finally over 1,000 subs. Now I'm not gonna ever monetize that channel because, well, first of all, YouTube doesn't even want to really pay me out for what I earn here, which is messed up because, like, seriously, they
Right,
owe me money, and
right.
I don't know why. A lot of my friends that have been monetized, they're like, oh, it takes months, to get a paycheck from these people, but it's like, well, where's my money? Come on, you owe me, dude. I'm bringing people over here, and I'm getting super chats and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't get it. Maybe they just don't like my message. So I don't know. But
And I
anyway,
would like to personally thank Moonchild and Sola V. I'd like to thank them for sending a little cash donation to my medical fund. Thank you very
yep.
much. Every dollar, every dime, whatever that is helping out. I did get a call from University of Texas Southwestern, and I only have to have $275 when I check in uh, as a down payment for my portion. So that's not too bad.
Love you, Red. What's up, Ronan? Good to see you, brother.
Vampire Joe Zombie. Hi, dear.
Yeah, you gotta be careful what you say now because she'll come in there and kick your ass.
Yeah, and she sneaks up on me and scares the shit out of me. I'll be sitting here with my back to the door, and she'll walk up and tap me on the shoulder, and it's like, "Good God, woman!" Wasn't expecting that, or I'm sitting here dozing a little bit. I'm old. I tend to doze off in a chair once in a while.
My God, Nikki, I don't think most people on here want to see me dance on a pole. God, and the ones that do is like, wow, holy crap,
Oh,
that's got to
Garrett,
be like
Garrett got his
that
ticket.
would have to be like an OnlyFans type thing. Like, yeah, you ain't gonna get me doing that shit live, but um, Garrett received my flight ticket for
Garrett,
Germany.
have you gotten your passport yet? Yeah,
Oh
have you
God,
gotten your passport yet? And if so, if you just got it, how many months did it take you to get your passport? I heard there was a 9 month delay now or longer to get passports or get passports renewed because the Department of State hasn't been processing applications and stuff, and they've been partially shut down because of lack of workers and stuff. So I'd just like to know. Uh, I've got friends that need to renew their passports just to be able to fly.
the dingbat.
Hey,
That's an old.
Daniel, Joe
That's actually
Bear, my friend.
that's actually a long, uh, old school term. We've been calling people dingbats since I was a kid. It's kind of a long time, but only fans after dark. Nikki
Amazing,
only,
amazing that the
Nikki
bunny
only,
trails the word back
only if
can just
Nikki, only if you're my
spit out.
co-host. That's the only way that's gonna happen. You would have to be my co-host because there's no way that people would just come to see
Is
me.
that
Like, do you have a link to the fund? Your PayPal. Damn it, what? I can't even remember. I donated to your PayPal. I don't. Zach,
it's across the
Yankee.
bottom of the screen.
No, that's my
Dangerous
PayPal.
Freedom 73 at paypal.com.
That no, that's
Yeah,
mine.
yours.
But Yankee's asking hit your link for your medical fund. Um, you did
Oh,
create.
mine.
You,
Oh, mine is Mooseman 684 at protonmail.com.
there you go.
Mooseman 684 at protonmail.com.
My legs are too short. No, they're not, Granny. Actually, I don't want no Red. They're not too short. I can't even call you Granny. But good gobbler. Well, I don't know. Do you think we should put out a link and start having some of these people come up on the chat and talking with us?
Well, let's see. Well, we've only been on, what, a little over 30 minutes?
Yep,
Let's,
about 35.
about 35. I want to touch on something. Now, YouTube, don't get mad or nothing. I'm going to read a report that came out today um, from the CDC. And it says the CDC admits COVID mortality rate in the United States is half of what it was initially projected. And what they have discovered is it says that they have done a blood survey on blood donations starting after the first of the year and testing it, and more than 80% of Americans 16 and older have immunity against the coronavirus. Some
Wow.
through vaccinations, some through just being
Natural immunity.
infected, some being infected and not even know they had it.
Yep.
Natural immunity. So this puts us into the herd immunity, but now they're trying to even uh, change that to they want 95% of the people to be
Oh, of course.
resistant to call it herd immunity. They moved the goalpost
Of
again.
course. Of course they do.
But
They do that
this came out of
every.
a test of 1.4 million samples. So that was 1.4 million samples. They came up with 80% of it. And you won't hear this on the mainstream news because they're still trying to spin the news against the red states where people are vaccination resistant. So, and the U.S. mortality rate of 1.6% falls below the global rate, which is slightly over 2%. So that's a big difference from what they were saying we were going to have. So that's from the latest from the CDC, folks, which is pretty good news, actually, if you think about it. So we're a herd of humans.
Well, I do. We've overcome worse things in the past. So
Yep.
sorry.
Well,
Yeah.
our flu, our flu virus is actually mutated strains from the Spanish flu back in 100 years ago. So the
Yeah.
actual flu that we have today are lower mutated strains. But look how many strains they are. They make a flu vaccine to cover 6 or 8, and it's never the right one. These guys can't guess. It's they might as well try and guess lottery numbers because they never seem to guess the right strain that's going to hit.
Well, God knows what they're going to throw at us next.
That's right.
Actually, no, they know what they're going to throw at us next. But the people like us, we're like, we have no freaking clue what they're going to throw at us. I mean, who knows? Maybe
Like I
they're going to
said,
throw a little bit of Ebola into that thing. We'll kick this up a few notches. That would take out a few more people. But
well,
you
all
never
bets
know.
are off if we get the Omega strain like the Charlton Heston movie. Um, I will go raid a military arsenal somewhere, and I will have full auto weapons like in the movie if we get the Omega strain. So fight them zombies.
Hey, what's up, Rainy? Thank you very much for your donation, and it's good to see you as always. Yeah, we don't want to stay on that topic too long because
Right,
that's when the
right.
YouTube kind
It's
of
just
gets.
good news. We try to come up with some good news with the bad news,
Yeah,
folks. It's
exactly.
hard to do, and we try to stay within YouTube's guidelines. We're trying to be courteous and inform people that it's the
Exactly.
news. It's the same thing that's available everywhere else on your radio and TV if you look at it. Me
Yeah,
personally,
and
I watch my 8 security cameras and I don't watch TV other than
there
a
you
few
go.
shows like Gold Rush and the Goobers on
And
Alone that
of course,
try to
Dangerous
survive.
Freedom After
And,
Dark. You always watch that one. And
right. Well,
First
that's not
Amendment.
on TV yet.
You're right. But then again, you gotta look at it like this: the CDC is still another three-letter agency, and you already, I think, most of you know my opinion on anything government related. Um, Not a huge fan of them. not at all. So CDC, FBI, ATF, like seriously. Oh, Moose Man, I don't know if you watched it, but since Texas passed their new constitutional carry bill, if you actually are a licensed carry holder, um, you are actually they upped the alcohol content level, so you can be 0.08 and or under and carry a firearm legally. And so what this one gun store is like, well, we're going to start handing out a beer. You buy a gun from us, we'll hand out a beer. And then Cam, it was Cam Edwards. You know who Cam is from Bearing Arms. If y'all, Bearing Arms is another good channel. Cam Edwards, great guy, does a lot of great work for the 2A community.
Yeah.
But anyways, Cam said, well, why don't you give him a cigarette too and just change the name of your store to ATF? Oh my God. I was just like, dude, like
Sounds
seriously,
good to
we
me.
need one on every street corner.
Yeah.
But
Well, and you can rearrange those letters though to spell fat. So there's a lot of us around.
yeah, or you could be like Biden and call him the AFT. Yeah.
Yeah.
R. Taylor, CDC is a 501c3 private company, has no regulatory authority at all. Maybe. I don't know. Honestly, at this point, yeah. Dude, as far as I'm concerned, none of these government agencies have regulatory authority, if you ask me. But they still do. Anyways, I mean, look at the ATF. They're trying to make, something that's been legal for God knows how long, like making your own firearm. That's been around since before we were even a country. We were in the colonist days when we started making our own firearms, and now they want to tell us we can't. They can kiss my white butt. That's all I can say about that. And these gun buybacks, that's another funny one. First of all, I didn't buy them from the government, but the other thing is,
Well, the funny
the ones
thing,
that are the
they've
only
been
thing
caught
that
though.
people,
They,
it seems like the only
they,
thing that people are turning in are old
right,
junk guns, or dude,
and
you
they
can
couldn't
make
pass
your
a
own.
background check.
You can make your own zip gun. Not even kidding. You can
The
make your own
government
zip
can't pass
gun
a
out of a
background
piece
check.
of pipe and a 2x4, and they will buy it for $200. It's ridiculous. Yeah, government's so stupid. But
I say we
compost the
bankrupt, we build them
plant.
and bankrupt them, build them and bankrupt them if they're that stupid.
Well, no, because the only problem with that is it's our money that they're passing back out. Yeah, the government has no money. We all know that.
Yeah, but that's how we
They
get it
have
back. We
no,
sell them
they
junk
don't
and get a
produce
refund.
they,
Yeah,
they don't produce
yeah.
anything. They don't make any money, but they take from us and hand it out to I don't know, transgender studies in Iran, or some stupid shit like that. Like, oh my God, don't get me started about the Planned Parenthood. That was
Yeah,
another good bill
yeah.
that came out of that was another good bill that came out of Texas.
Texas.
The heartbeat bill. After 6 weeks, it you cannot kill that baby. I was like, I'm good with that. Yeah, I am totally good with that.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Oh, Lone Star.
I'm good with that.
That's
So my
messed up.
advice is don't screw around in Texas. Don't screw around in Texas.
Yeah, well, speaking of Texas, there's Lone Star Prepper. They need more weapons to supply our enemies. Good grief, that's sad but true. Christy, okay.
Yeah,
Well, thank you
I've
for
still
stopping
got
by,
people
hon.
trying to answer my question. I, yeah,
The feds.
I've still got people I'm trying to get an answer to a question to out of Texas. I live in what's called Texoma, which is
Mm-hmm.
southern Oklahoma and northern Texas. We're group called Texomans here. It's what our channels are. And nobody can answer the question as me, as an Oklahoman with constitutional carry here, can I carry concealed in Texas? I don't have a permit or their stinking
Mm,
license. I'm constitutional. They're supposed to be constitutional, but the law says for Texans. So I'm trying to get a clarification if I can carry in Texas when I go down there shopping, like I do in Oklahoma, without having to leave my gun locked up in the car. And
hmm.
nobody has been able to answer that. Now, in
Lone
Alaska,
Star,
when they
looks
passed
like,
constitutional carry, even
hey,
tourists coming up visiting Alaska, going all over Alaska.
looks
So
like Lone Star. Well, Lone
it was
Star is
everybody.
saying yes, you
But
can.
nobody's been able to answer the question exactly because the law
Yeah, I
specifically
mean, well,
states Texans.
I mean, hell, shit, half these cops that are stopping you
Well, I've
don't
got
even
other
know.
people that are saying no, and these are people that the right. So what I've got is I've got people that are going for their concealed weapons licensing
Mm,
instructor certificate, are going to research it for me and get back in touch with me because even they didn't know. It says Texans. I'm an Okie. I want it to say I'm allowed or not, just so I don't get in the crack. I could probably get away with it with my
yeah,
former police department, officer's card that I
yeah.
carry with me. Um, but at the same time, I don't want to have to play that card because I'm a citizen now.
Well, I mean, technically, according to our Constitution, we should be allowed to carry in all 50 states without having to worry about a permit or any of that crap. But because of the government being so bloated like it is, yeah, we do have to be concerned, and it might vary on the cop. You know, maybe a cop pulls you over. It's like, you got any weapons in the car? It's like, well, yeah, I got my hunting rifle in the trunk or in the back seat, and I got my 357 on my hip. And he might be like, all right, just keep your hands on the steering wheel, and I'll be right back.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
it
But
just
John A,
really
that's what I
depends.
was saying. I don't have a
Or the
license.
cop might
We
be
don't
a
need a
prick and
license in Oklahoma.
I mean, we've all seen the cop videos
Yeah.
where I like,
I don't
oh,
have a license.
yeah, it's like, oh my God, you've got a firearm on you, and all of a sudden they pull their freaking pistol on you. It's like, whoa, 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 wait, hey man, I'm a law-abiding citizen here, man. Just I like to keep myself and my family protected. It's like, good grief, man. Some of these cops are just outrageous, man. Out freaking outrageous, man. I don't want to go down
Well,
that path because then I'll start
right.
getting my
No.
heartbeat. My heart rate goes up, and I get that much closer to having a heart attack on stream, and that wouldn't be
Yeah.
pleasant.
And like I said, I'm a proponent of concealed carry. There's no need to advertise that you got a weapon. There's no need to make yourself a target. It's better to be stealth than have a weapon and nobody know that you've got it. And that way, if you get targeted, surprise.
Oh, Ronan, I've got a good friend. Actually, me and Nikki both. We got a friend in Illinois. He always has to correct that. It's not Illinois, it's Illinois. Because of how draconian they are. So yeah, they would probably for them. I don't know. I guess it depends on what county. I mean, you have that in every state. I mean, there are places in California that you could drive through just fine, and the cops, the sheriffs, don't give don't really care. And you
Right.
get to a different part, and they're like, "Oh hell no, you're going down, boy. We're gonna hem you up." So just it's a matter of where you're at and what kind of cop you have. Because remember, they're human too, and just because they're supposedly upholding the law, how many times? I mean, that's why. it is a good idea to carry a pocket constitution. That way you can remind them of the law and, ask for a
Now,
supervisor and all that.
AV
Mhm.
Lawns, Aaron that comes in here lives in Angola, New York, not far from Buffalo. I don't know if he's in the same county as Bioxo 77 is, but that county, their sheriff and their DA is not prosecuting under that SAFE Act of New York. They're more pro Second Amendment on the western side of New York State, but I don't know if Bioxo's in that same county or not, because New York has some really radical, similar to California, gun laws about you can't have a pistol grip on your AR and a detachable magazine. Used to be you couldn't have a flash hider and all this kind of stuff, and some of it's been changed slightly, but still, it's some of it makes no sense.
Yeah, a lot of it makes no sense. That's crazy, Lone Star. You felt he open carried the other day and
Yeah.
felt more unsafe
Hey,
than when he
Spike.
concealed carry. That's pretty
Hey,
wild.
Spike.
Well, you
Yeah,
know
it's
what? For
best if
right
you
now,
don't get caught.
Spike. For right now, I'm putting my voice out there, um, explaining my disgust with the way our country is being ran, and we try and discuss all the bullshit that is going on. So, I mean, that's all I can do. I mean, there's a lot of things that, granted, I would love to be able, like back in the old days when we met at bars and churches and stuff like that, and get groups of people and go out and do stuff like that. We just we can't do that online because we're being watched here. No matter what, we're
Yeah.
being watched. But yeah, don't worry.
K0MRD.
There's no plans.
Yeah, K0MRD Radio Prepper, if that's your call sign. Good evening, sir. Fellow general class amateur radio operator here. Good to see another ham radio operator in here. If that's your call sign.
Oh, okay. Oh, that probably is awesome. Damn, that's cool. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, I heard that too, Lone Star. Yeah, 2022. She's finally retiring. Like, term limits, folks. Term limits. Good grief. Oh my god, we wouldn't be in half of the fucking shit show we're in if we did have term limits. As people, they fail and they fail and they fail, but they keep getting voted in. It's beyond me. I would, dude, like right now with this whole California recall vote. I would love to see like Larry. I want to see Larry Elder put in place, man. I bet he would be the best thing for California. And what are they gonna do? They can't come out saying, "Oh, but you're white," you know. Yeah, I mean, so he's kind of on that boat. I mean, I guess the only other thing is, if he was female, then they wouldn't have any reason to go after him, or gay. But
I did. I did see where Gavin Newsom is asking the government for millions of dollars to house Afghanistan refugees in California. Maybe if we can get enough of them over there, they can take it over and get it back for us.
I don't know. It depends on what kind of people they're sending over here. I mean, they're shipping it because the border, well, it's not closed permanently, but I guess, well, the Supreme Court ruled in favor of the Trump administration, saying no,
Right.
the
Send them
stay in
back.
Mexico policy. How well that's going to work, I don't know, but I mean, it doesn't work all that well. They've been coming across here forever. But now we're going to just fly them in. Screw it. We don't know. Half the people over there chant death to America anyways. So, yeah, we'll just bring you in here. We'll take your word that you want to.
I'm
You want to be a free
I,
citizen.
I look at it. See, I look at it different, Ron. I look at it totally different. There's a lot of people didn't even try to get on airports. They're the people that would probably be happy with what's over there. Those people that tried to escape, though, most of them have seen us there for 20 years. They know about America. They know about American freedom, and they want that freedom. And they've seen the death in the regime of the Taliban and what the Taliban do to Christians. There's a lot of Christians is
Yeah,
what flew back over here and got out of there because
I hope,
I
I
had
mean,
the
I hope to
foresight to
God
see
you're right.
what's coming. We're,
I hope to God you're right because that
I,
was my big thing.
and everybody's going to be vetted. Bushido will tell you, yeah, Bushido will tell you everybody's going to get vetted when they step off the airplane before they're turned loose in our society. They're going to go through the process, and if they're on our watch list, since we've cataloged a lot of the people over there, basically with identifications, retina scans, etc., that was done, there's going to be a lot of political asylum seekers in that, and I don't blame those people, but they wanted to come to the United States, and I think I'm going to put the number out there at better than 90% want the freedom to get away from the murderous regime, regardless of their religion.
Hmm.
They know what the Taliban was all about. They've seen their friends slaughtered in the past. They know that they're cutting heads off of people. They know that
All
they
right.
want Sharia law, and these people don't want that. They want freedom as bad as we do. So I'm hoping that, from what I'm seeing, over
And yeah,
90% of them, and there's going to be a few, sure, there's going to be a few terrorists try to slip in, and hopefully we'll barbecue their ass and get them
we've
either
already
out of
got
here in Gitmo or whatever. But they're not
you brought
escaped
a
out into
yeah.
society yet. Is a good thing.
You did bring up a really good point on the whole Sharia law thing. Um, I mean, I touched on this last night on my After Dark. Sharia law and American law are never, ever going to fit together. Absolutely not. So
No,
I really, like I said, I pray to God that you're right, that these people, they're going to come here and they want to get away from all that crap. And you're right. There are a lot of Christians over there. And I felt horrible when I heard about what the Taliban and Al Qaeda did to the Christians over there, because they didn't believe the way they did. Um, so,
you can tell
I
the difference pretty easy too. And I think Bug Out Bushido would tell you the Christian women don't wear veils across their faces. The Muslim women continue to cover their faces and everything. All the women seem to cover their heads, but the Christian women didn't cover their faces. So, and those were a lot of what you saw that were trying to escape. They didn't have their faces covered. They're Christian. They're trying to get the hell out of there because it's a death sentence to be a Christian under Sharia law.
Oh yeah, yep, 100%. Or a gay. Um, hell,
Yeah,
I heard they're
yeah.
going even like seriously now that they got their country back. I heard they're going full board. I've heard if you paint your nails, they'll cut off your finger. Um, no longer women are no longer allowed to go to school, get education, not allowed to work. Um, yeah, dude, talk
Drive,
about draconian, man.
nothing.
There's no part of that that's gonna fit with the American way of life, and yeah, so we'll have to wait and see. But then again, I also heard reports that the FBI have been tracking sleeper cells in all 50 states. And not too long ago, we had one busted down in New Mexico, not too far from me. Yeah, like they found dead bodies of children and stuff like
Well, let's
that
hope that
buried
they
out
are
there.
out there at least doing their job in that aspect.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. And I guess
Yeah.
once in a while they actually bust predators, sex traffickers and stuff like that. But it's
Let's hope
just
they're doing their job in that aspect. We don't
it
like a
seems
lot
too
of
little.
the agencies, and I've worked with them in the past. I still have my FBI hat. Right, right.
I've got one too, but mine says female body
Get
inspector.
my fellow brethren at the FBI and the other law enforcement, get away from the political shit. Get away from the back of refuse the political policies. Get back to doing your job of keeping America safe. Yeah,
Well, Lone Star, it's not
female
just
butt
the
inspector.
Lone Star. It's not just the women, though.
But
Yeah,
I want them
they
just
want
do
us
their
all to
job
wear
under the
that.
Constitution as law enforcement
They
and
want us to
not
wear that type of
anything
stuff.
else, and get away from this political bullshit. Law enforcement should never be political.
No, they should not. That's why. I mean, like seriously, if I get pulled over by
Yeah.
like a Mesa PD, I can always just be
Actually,
like,
I
hey,
got to
look,
admit, because I'm having
I
surgery in
can
less
always
than two
tell them,
weeks,
hey,
I'll
I
be
want a
wearing a
sheriff here.
mask out in public because if I test positive
I
for
just
COVID, uh,
call in a sheriff.
my surgery may be put back.
But then again, even sheriffs are human. But they are.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm forced to wear a mask when I go to town now, just because I've got to protect myself against COVID. If I test positive for COVID 3 days before my surgery is going to be put back, and I won't be able to have it. And I'm just washing my hands, go do things, and get. It is what it is. You're going to do the best. You're going to keep trying though to keep our faith above ground and keep myself above ground. I still got too many projects staring me in the face to get out of here right now. And thank you, Tennessee Ridge Runner. I appreciate it. All prayers are gracefully accepted.
Oh,
But
got all quiet in here. Hey, knock it off. I was just gonna say,
we just got to
I
keep our
mean,
head on, keep our head straight, people. Keep your minds open, your head straight. Be careful. Believe half of what you see and none of what you hear, and you'll probably be all right. Demand truth.
right?
Look for the truth.
Amen. I agree with that one. Yeah, Tennessee, yes, absolutely. We're all praying for Moose, man. But you know what? He's a tough old dog, man. He ain't going down without a fight, guaranteed.
Got that right. Got that right.
So, what do you think, guys? We've been over an hour now. Should we invite people on to the panel, or do we get something else we
Yeah, we'll
want?
bring up a guest at a time and see if they've got any questions. That'd be fun.
Okay.
We'll
Let's
keep
see.
it kind of lighthearted tonight since it's not after dark.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
on the
yeah.
main
Exactly.
channel, so we just have to be careful and what we say.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
answer
yeah.
your
Like,
questions about
yeah.
firearms,
As far
guns,
as
whatever. And
as far as like the medical questions, like folks, just I know it's like on a lot of people's
yeah,
minds. I get it. But like we really got to be super careful about that because they will yank this channel without even questioning it. So, anyways, on that note,
right.
I will drop the link in the side chat here, and let's see. I'm only gonna do like one at a time, so that way we don't get too bloated. Not to mention, Moose Man's internet is kind of so. So, like, the more people we have up here, the more likely he is to run out of juice, so to speak, or his internet will run out of juice. Tennessee Ridge Runner, you smartass. And I just gave you a wrench too, by the way.
Uh,
Dang, got a bill.
And I have been busy the past 2 weeks still to keep my mind occupied. Ron, I've been loading more ammunition, so I've
Mm-hmm.
been making more M855 SS109 ammo lately, and did over 1,000 rounds of 45 ACP, and did some more 380 ACP, and
Do you ever
it keeps my
ha-
mind off my problems to sit over and concentrate on loading ammo.
I'm kind of curious because like we were talking about, the AK-74 ammo, the 545 by 39 is it's
Hmm.
gonna become scarce. It's gonna become overpriced. Have you considered reloading those, or do you even have the stuff to reload those?
I don't have the stuff to reload those, and there's no brass case available. Um, I actually got in an argument with a guy on another site last night because I put up about you can't really reload steel case Burdam primed ammo. Oh yes, you can. The guy said, and it's like, well, no, you
Steel case.
really can't because there's no Burdam primers available. And he comes back with, well, you can take the primers out and then you can refill them with your own explosive charge and all this. And I thought to myself,
What?
that's pretty technical even for me. And you're telling people here that may not have a clue that you
Yeah.
can do this, and that's unsafe information. And then he was saying, well, you can machine up the cases to take a standard primer. Well, it's hard to do when the hole is
Mhm.
bigger,
Yep.
and it's not worth the trouble. In other words, you
Exactly.
can do it
It would be like trying to reload 22 ammo because
right.
that's
You
rim
can
fire
do it.
and just
It's just
I
not
mean,
feasible, even for me.
no,
And the guy
not
argued
cost
with me
effective.
for stuff. And another guy said I should be kicked off the YouTube channel. So I said, well, I don't need an invitation to leave. And I left. I hate arguing with people that think they
Yep.
know everything. And yeah, I
Hmm.
used to reload Burdan. Burdan primers used to be available. The little tool to take them out destroyed the primer. You had to clean the pocket and you had to very carefully insert a new Burdan primer, but it was brass cased. It wasn't steel cased. And the other thing is when you try and reload a steel case, you scrape the coating off the outside when you resize it. They rust. They rust in the air just laying around. They start rusting.
Hmm.
It's not worth it. That's the problem, though. There is no 545 by 39 brass cased ammo. Nobody is making the bullets in the U.S. for
I've
them.
never even fired one.
Nobody is making the brass cases yet. So, over the next 2 years, that availability of that ammo, if the climate and political climate doesn't change, and when no more is able to come in after the 2 year permits run out, AK 74s are going to be basically you're stuck with what ammo you got, and that's going to be it.
Yep.
So I saw other YouTube channels saying, sell your AK 74 now while the price is right because ammo
Yep.
isn't going to be available, and go to
Yep.
something more feasible.
Yep. Like an
Um,
AK-47, because
yeah,
you're
I
still going
mean,
to be
some of these guns can be rebarreled. A good gunsmith like me can end up taking the gun apart, rebarreling it to a different
able.
caliber, and putting it back together again. So
I'm
there's
just I'm just
options, but
trying to. All right, so a 545 by 39. Okay, I know we've got the 762 by 39. We got 51
right.
by 39, 54 by 39. Um, so is it basically a 30 caliber or what? The 545.
No, 545 by 39 means that it is smaller than a 223 bullet, where they neck down the X39 case to take like it's about a 20 caliber, 2021 caliber bullet.
Oh wow.
So
So
they neck
okay.
down the AK-47 30 caliber to a smaller bullet, smaller than the 5.56. It's
Hmm.
5.45 millimeters. So it's about 20 to 21 caliber in there. Um,
Wow. So that's even smaller
so it's
than like
smaller than
your
the 223.
yeah. So it's like smaller than your average long rifle
It's a
ammo.
it's a it's a it's a very small, fast bullet. It's a very fast bullet. When you got basically the same type of powder charge in the X39 case, and you squish it down and put the smaller bullet in, you increase the velocity substantially. But it's a tiny bullet. It's a
Yeah.
tiny bullet, about
Wow.
50 grains
That's
or
what
so.
everybody says about the
But it's
two two
running real high
three.
speeds.
Yeah, well, that's what everybody said about the 223 and 556. Is it effective? Well, yeah, it is
Yeah,
definitely effective. You can kill with it. Now, the thing is,
yeah.
the main reason that we came up with that round, folks, is because we didn't necessarily want to kill the enemy. Because if you wound them, it's going to take
Wound them.
another one or two or three guys to get him off the field. So basically, you can like take out three people in one time with one round. So hey, good. What's up, Lake
Right.
Ferry? Good to see you. I good Warsaw Patriot. I did post the link. Nobody has wanted to come up though. I'll paste it one more time.
Oh, don't be
Um,
scared.
yeah,
Don't be
if you got
scared. We're
yeah, if
not
you got a
showing
question,
anything.
if you got a question or you want to come up here, just like I said, we want to stay off of the whole medical conversation
Yeah,
because well we all know how the tubes are with that. They don't want us talking about. But you want to come up here talk about something prepping
yeah,
or gun related or just constitutional. Um, yeah, come on up. This is the
yeah.
Patriot Hour.
Or subjects that you'd like to see us address in maybe future shows. I know I'm going to be out for a while here coming up after my surgery.
Yeah,
Uh, Dangerous is going to have to find another wingman, but
might be a
I'll be
wing
back in
woman.
the future. But you know, well, it could be
I mean,
a wing
I'm
person.
fine with that. Yeah, it might be wing woman. I mean, maybe I'll get Virginia up there or something if she's up for it. I mean, she's not a stranger to coming on the streams with us.
Yeah, she's good at flapping. She's good at flapping. Love you, Virginia.
Come on up and see this man, you guys. I'll be sitting on the side. Oh my God, David. All right, well that's fine. Oh, Zach,
Speed
yeah,
is king.
That's he's been lurking. Zach's been lurking, Nicole. Don't worry.
Yeah. And see, that's another thing. I don't know if you've ever fired the 22 250. It's the same bullet
Um,
as the 223, only it's in a much bigger case, so it's running a hell of a lot faster,
yep.
another 1,000 feet per second
That was
faster, and it's
that was
deadly
my
on prairie dogs and coyotes.
my father-in-law had a 22 250
I try to
CCX.
keep the speed down on them below 4,000 because it's really hard on your barrel throat. Once you
Mm-hmm.
start going over 4,000 and even over 5,000 feet a second, which you can push some of these bullets to, it's real hard on your rifle barrel.
Like fairy. Can't come up now. Okay, Warsaw. Do you know about the CCFR?
Um,
God, it kind of sounds familiar. No,
CCFR, something.
Canadian Coalition for
Oh,
Fun. Oh, um,
for
oh God.
fun, right?
We were talking a little bit earlier about the CS GV, the coalition to stop the gun violence, assholes that are being sued because they defamated another gun organization because they don't like guns and people that defend people's Second Amendment right, which was given to us by God and instilled in our Constitution. But what are you gonna do? I mean, what are you gonna do about these people? I mean, we gotta punch back. No, we were talking about this in the After Dark last night. It's no more of this, oh, well, we can't stoop to their level crap. No, we have to go not only to their level, we got to go lower than their level. We have to we have to knock them out, like period.
You mean we're going to have to turn into robot ninja mole people from the center of the earth and come up and grab them by the legs and drag them down into the ground? Come on, man.
Come on, man. Oh man.
I told that to an ATF agent one time when he asked me if I was afraid of zombies, and I told him no, the zombies didn't scare me. It was them robot ninja mole people from the center of the earth coming up from down under the floor or up and grabbing you by the ankles and dragging you underground. And he gave me the funniest look. And I said, "What? You never watched Superman as a kid, where they come out of the ground when they dug a well?"
Oh man. Oh, here we go. Mike White has a question. What is a good budget red dot AR sight? Get a Sig Sauer
Well,
Romeo
that
5.
depends on if you want the reflex, the Sig Sauer Romeos, which are, I don't like them because they're made of plastic. It depends on if you want the that type of reflex sight, or you want the open reflex sights, which are pretty inexpensive actually. They run about $50. They have the little screen on them, and you can adjust for different reticles, which I like. And you can do, some of them just do one color, some do red or green.
Mm-hmm.
If you can find one, Bushnell used to make one that looked like a scope that had a set of sights on top of it, but it was a red dot. But it looks like a little compact scope, uh, and it had the mount built into it and all, and they discontinued it. Excellent sight. I've got two of them. One of them I had on my AR 410 shotgun, and I moved it to a different rifle. But that's the kind I prefer. I've got a friend that's got the new Shake Awake Romeo dot, and they're running anywhere from $100 to $250, depending. Some of
Wow.
them I don't like because they've got too big of a dot. They've got like a 5 MOA dot. That's like
Mm-hmm.
5 inches at 100 yards.
Mm-hmm.
So I would
Yeah.
prefer something with a little smaller dot myself.
Yeah.
But look at reviews, look at customer
Yeah.
reviews when you go to buy
Mm-hmm.
something, is what I do, and see who had problems with what, and see how they rate, and and go from there. I wish I could
See,
bring
that,
stuff
that's
out and show you
that's
guys, but
one thing. That's
YouTube
one
doesn't
thing.
allow it.
Because you were talking about price. Now I don't know how much they're going for now. When I bought my Romeo 5, I paid about $65 for it, give or take. Um, and it's a shake awake type thing. So if it sits for like 2 minutes, the dot goes
Yeah.
out, and you save battery life, which is very nice. But I understand what Moose Man is saying. Is it good for 100, 200 yard shot? Probably not so much. I mean, you have the reticle to where you can adjust for length and wind and all that. Whereas my son on his rifle, he likes the old 1 in 4 scope, that he can adjust, and we're both are accurate. I mean, at 25, 50 feet or 50 yards. I mean, yeah, they're freaking accurate as hell, and they're easy. That's what I like the most about the red dot, is that it's just so quick to be able to get your, it's like you see the dot and you boom, you know what I mean? With a
Right.
scope rifle, you got to take a little bit more time, not much, just a little bit more. Get it in crosshairs, and boom, you're good. And depending on where you're sighting them out to, I mean, my son's is sighted. He sighted his out to 100 yards, I believe. Um, so, but he's happy with that one. I like the red dot because mine's more of a battle rifle. If I have to use this, I'm expecting less than 25 yards. You know what I mean? 25 to
Right.
50 yards tops. Um, Plus, I got my
And see, I
shotgun. And
actually prefer I prefer open sights for that. You can acquire faster with open sights than you can trying to find up and line up that dot. And then most people put too much scope on a rifle, and at something up close, like I've seen so many deer hunters, they'll have their scope cranked up to 9 power, and a deer will step out 15 or 20 yards away, and when they throw up, all they see is a big brown some
blur,
part
yeah,
of a
big
deer. They
blur,
don't
yeah,
even know where
just a
they're
big
shooting
blur.
at
Yep,
because you
yep.
get a
I
big
know.
blur. So
Yeah.
like when I go hunting, especially, I keep my scope down on 3 or 4 power. Doesn't need to be any higher than that. If I'm sitting,
Hmm.
especially in a stand, and I'm watching an animal feed, I can reach up there then and crank it up quietly and see what I'm looking at and be able to pick out the spot I want to hit the deer at. So that's all part of it. I mean, one size doesn't fit all in the shooting industries. There's so many
No,
things you
it
have to
really
take into
and
consideration.
it depends. That's why, like I said, you can't, because I've got a couple different rifles, and we keep them set up. One is more for if you want to hit somebody from, if you want to reach out and touch somebody, we got a rifle for that. But if you're on my
Right.
damn doorstep, I got a rifle for that one too. Of course, I'd go to the shotgun in that
Yeah.
case, but you know,
Yeah. And
yeah,
I don't like scopes on shotguns. I've never found a good scope for a shotgun, so I just leave it at basically the big bead on
yeah,
the
like
front,
say,
and you can get different size beads, and that's all you need for close range. If you can't hit it with a shotgun by pointing, you don't need to be shooting
right?
it. Fair and simple.
No, that's actually a good point, and that was one good thing of I mean, that's how when I dialed in my rifle, I started with the iron sights. I got my iron sights dialed in so I could hit 100 yards out there. Um, and I just only I don't. Once I got the red dot, I was like, wow, I like this, because then I can sit
Yeah.
there because I got steel targets up and around me and stuff. I could just, I mean, it's
Most
quick
people
accuracy.
don't realize, Ron. Most people don't realize on about 90% of all your rifle cartridges, there's a few exceptions, but on about 90% of them, your point blank range is 0 to 300 yards, which means your bullet is going to be within 6 inches up and down at 300 yards. So if you sight at 200 yards, your bullet may be 3 inches high at 100 yards, and it might be 3 inches low at 300 yards. That's within that 6 inch range. But
Gotcha.
if you're sighted in at 100 yards, then at 300 yards, you're going to be 6 inches low.
Hmm.
So it's just something to consider. I try and go that maybe that mid range of anywhere from 150 to 200 yards. Zeros depends on the gun. Some of them I
Yeah,
have
yeah,
zeroed in for 300
exactly.
yards.
Hmm. Like, see if I
Uh,
if I had a
so
308,
it,
which yeah, because the 308 is going to be able to reach out there and take down a target. So if I had a long range weapon like that, I would definitely sight it. I would have to go to a special range to be able to then get out over 100 yards. But like my AR,
right
I've got
now, if you
my AR scoped in at 75 yards, and I've been
yeah,
very happy with it. It's a far enough distance, and then my son, I think his is scoped out at 100. I can't remember, but
yeah, hundreds
and
normal because you're just going to be at 100 yards, you're just going to be slightly high at 50 yards. I like slightly high at 100 yards, and then because you never know what range unless you've actually got it ranged. You never know what your target's going to be. It can be anywhere from 100 yards to 200 yards. So in order to make a more precise hit, if you're sighted to where at 100 yards, if you can estimate the length of a football field, and you know that you're shooting an inch high at 100 yards, then
Yep.
at 200 yards, you're going to be an inch or so low. You
Mm-hmm.
can compensate for that pretty quick in your mind because you've got to think in an art technology. You know,
Yep.
it's
And
bullets don't fly straight, other than the 17 caliber HMR is one of the flattest shooting, and it still doesn't shoot like a laser beam, but I call it a laser beam because 0 to 100 yards, it's just right there, boom, boom. But it's a real fast, little tiny bullet. But that's the thing,
nah,
is learning what your ranges are, what your target ranges are, what kind of terrain you're hunting, especially to know where to adjust your rifle. And I
good
always put a little
Lord.
range card around my scope with a piece of tape. And like I would write down that at 700 yards, if I had 16 inches of drop, then I would know that if that target was out there that far, how far to hold over on the animal.
Mm-hmm. No, I know what you mean. Not to mention, it's
Okay.
probably a good thing that you're not reading chat, but it's like I've already got the after dark chat in here, and it's like, wow, no, no,
Oh Lord. Can't
yeah,
y'all wait? Can't y'all
nah,
wait till
right,
after
no doubt. It's
midnight?
only going to
Come
be about
on,
another
man.
hour or so, and nobody, I guess, nobody
Yeah.
wants to come up on the panel with us, and you know, have any questions. Well, I mean, they, of course, you got questions. I would say, dude, I'm very happy with my 6 hour Romeo. Um, like I said, it's a shake awake. It saves on battery life. It's always ready. It's always available, and it is easy. Easy acquirability, I guess, would be the best way to put it. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're shooting something
Yeah.
from your front door to the backyard, you'd be fine. And anything within like 50 yards, um you're gonna be able to acquire that target rather quickly, and yeah, get it out of the way.
Yeah.
um Now, see, if
The
I had
only
a
the only
308.
trouble with the shake awake, the only trouble with the shake awake is if you're marching or walking or in a bumpy ride out in the woods or
Yep,
something like that.
that battery's gonna
That
be
thing's going to
on.
be on all the time, so you got to watch your battery life.
Yep.
You're going to lose battery life like that.
But the other thing
But
that I really like about the Romeo, actually, I got to throw that up there, um, is that my iron sights, because I've got the solid pin on the front, the standard A frame, or what do they call that? You know what I mean?
a,
It's got the
the
solid
yeah,
mounted
the
front
tower
sight,
sight,
and then I've
the
got a
tower
flip
sight.
up rear sight, which, like I said, that's the one
Right.
I dialed in at like 75 to 100 yards, and it just totally lines up. So even if the red dot goes out, yeah, you can look right through it. You don't have to worry about taking off a scope or nothing, So that's another
Right.
advantage to it.
If they co-witness, that's called co-witnessing, and if they
Yeah,
co-witness,
well,
that's
it's
excellent.
not it's not a complete co-witness, but I think it's probably because
It's
I
close
dialed
enough.
them in. Yeah, it's close enough. Absolutely, yeah.
Right. Right. And beware, folks out there. There are a lot of forged military style EOTechs coming in from China that are not EOTechs. They're crap. And they call them EOTechs, and they're nothing like a real EOTech, which, if you find a real military type EOTech, is going to set you back in a well over $400 range, and probably closer
Mhm.
to $600-700 for a real one. But don't be fooled by a fake imitation one because they're out there.
Bushido, why are you picking on Zach? Oh my God. Oh my God. Spike. Okay. Oh man, there's nothing like a little bit of pink mist when you shoot one with a 50 caliber. Oh man. Hey, what's up, Terry?
But the Taliban do like pictures of cats, so maybe if you lined your property, if they came up, they'd stop and take a look, and they'd give you easier time to acquire the target.
Oh, dude, you know what would be
Saying,
so
common sense.
awesome? You know it'd be so awesome if we could set up like a head rig for the cats or animals to where they could like
Yeah.
trigger it mentally, or maybe have a little switch in their mouth to where they could point at the target and then bite it and shoot. Now, talking about everybody like Austin Powers was talking about. I want sharks with laser beams on their head and stuff like that. That'd be awesome if I could train my animals how to kill the predators, but kill anything sneaking
I've
around.
been trying to. I'd like to find a little miniature gun of some sort in some caliber. I wouldn't even care if it was just 22 that
Long
had
run.
a remote activation, and I could put that on my remote controlled tank that I have. It's about 3 foot long and about 2 foot wide. It's a big tank, uh, but mount it in place of where the cannon barrel that broke off used to be, and put a real gun on there with a video camera, and then you could run out there remotely and make one
Yep.
shot if need be
Yep.
on something.
Well, the military's already done that, figured that one out. They got remote RUVs, or remote,
Yeah,
what do they call them? Remote unarmed vehicles that they do like arms removal and explosives removal and stuff like that. I mean,
remote
wouldn't be that
operated vehicles.
difficult.
Yeah,
Hell, as far as we know, well, we've
yeah.
got the UAVs. Man, I know a lot of times they're spy cameras, but we could throw a couple bombs on those. So how do you think we bomb half of these places? All the drone strikes you hear about? Man, and you wonder why
Yeah,
the
that's one
Afghans.
thing.
You wonder why Afghans are so pissed at
Yeah,
us. You go in there, you kill
yeah.
2 terrorists, but you end up taking out 10 civilians and their kids. Yeah, of course they're gonna be pissed. You know, like fucking
Yeah.
Americans at it again. Yeah,
Red
so I
was actually
understand.
looking at drone technology for us to buy for like aerial surveillance of our property. She'd like to find a drone that worked at night with night vision cameras, so that so if I'm laid up or something, she could pilot that drone up and check the perimeter of the property or whatever. But there's only a few drones that actually have night vision camera capability. But we were looking at that, and then I get an advertisement from this place called Skyline Drones, and they're having a big sale this weekend. $97 for a complete drone, but if you buy two for $197, you get one free, and if you buy three, you get two free. You get five for the price of three. So, but
Wow.
they're cute little drones. They're real highly rated. Um, and they come with all the stuff for each one. But yeah, I was thinking, man, that's not a bad price, and everybody loves them that has them. The customer reviews on them are high,
Mhm.
but they still don't have night vision capabilities
Yeah,
for a camera.
yeah,
They've got good optics. Some of the new Ultra 4K cameras in these drones are very high quality images, but finding a good one in that's not a couple $1,000s for night surveillance like the police use, or FLIR
hmm
imaging or something like that, they're
clear.
going to cost you a lot of money, and then they don't
Or
and then they won't run but a few minutes because it eats so much battery power.
yeah, yeah. And you can go on YouTube and you can see people that are testing the difference between the infrared cameras and the thermo cameras. But those forward-looking infrared, holy crap! Like You can see exactly what the fuck you're looking at. Yeah, they're freaking badass, but
Those are nice.
They are fucking expensive as fuck.
Right.
But you know what? We just
we had one for the
we
fire
just gave a whole
department.
shitload. We just gave a whole shitload to the fucking terrorists that want us dead. Yeah, really smart there, Biden. You fucking idiot.
Anybody got the address, mailing
he's out
address
there.
from the
He's out
Taliban?
there.
And maybe they'll sell us some used equipment cheap.
Yeah, just give all the weapons that we're not allowed to own to the fucking people that literally come out and chant death to America. Really fucking brilliant. Don't wonder fucking 84% of the country fucking hates you. Fucking moron.
This is almost as bad as supplying the Mexicans with weapons through the ATF and then still trying to come after ours. So, yeah, forget that noise. Y'all don't come for our weapons. We ain't giving them. You give them to the Taliban. Go get them back from the Taliban before you come after me for mine.
Yeah, no shit. No damn shit. What's up, 12B?
What up, Dangerous? Hey, old Bull Moose. What up?
Hey, remember we're still on my monetized channel, so we got to kind of keep it like PG-13 here.
Yeah, no. Yeah. No, I'm being a good boy tonight. I'm kind of tired. I'm just kind of lurking tonight.
What's up, Bug Dude? Yeah, so it's just ridiculous. God, if I only had a portion of what they left to those people, good grief. I mean, like seriously, if they would have left that stuff to us, you know, we wouldn't be worrying about F-15s and nukes. You know what I mean?
Just think if they'd have put out the word that if Americans could get away over there they could have all the weapons and bring them back legally into the United States that we're leaving behind. We need to get them out of here. I'm sure a group would have got together and chartered a plane and gone over there and loaded that son of a bitch up with everything they could have brought back. And I was watching a video of a group of American looked like contractors, and the guys looked like Bushido. One of them in there may have been him, I don't know, but they had a solenoid operated minigun mounted on their Humvee, and they were flying the POW MIA flag, and from a distance it looked like the Taliban flag. And they were shooting the hell out of a Taliban compound, and they weren't getting any return fire. It was funny as hell.
Wow.
Hell, I haven't even been watching the news at all. I don't even know what's going on these days. Hey, Eric, what's up, Eric? I see you there in chat.
What's up, Eric?
Come on, Eric.
Toilet paper hoarder.
Bastard.
Yeah.
Dude, I couldn't believe it. Oh my God. I went to the store the other day and I see for 4 rolls of paper towels was $5. I was like, holy crap. And then the toilet paper was like $12. It's like you're paying almost more than $1 a roll. And I was buying the cheapest thing on the shelf. I mean, it's not John Wayne toilet paper, you know, where, you know, rough and tough and doesn't take shit off of anyone. But at the same time, I was just like, what in the hell? Why is paper towel and why are the paper products so damn expensive?
Fucking everything's expensive now, bro.
Dude, bacon was at $5 this time.
You know, when I went through my first training run, and 12B could probably maybe had the same training, we were taught to use 1 sheet of toilet paper. And what you had to do was you had to take and you took the center out of the sheet of toilet paper, and you kept that little piece right there. And then you stuck your finger through, and that's what you wiped with, and you wiped your finger off, and then the little piece of toilet paper was for going up underneath your fingernail and cleaning that out.
Oh yeah, those
little
to conserve
toilet paper.
Hey, oh yeah, hell yeah, Moose! That little square of toilet paper we used to get, that was rough,
God.
man.
Oh, jeez.
That
Yeah,
was
remember the
rough.
little ones that came in our C rations?
Oh yeah, yeah. Hey, when I
Them little,
first went into basic
I mean,
training, we were when I first went in, we were eating the old C rations in the cans. Yeah, that was in 1982, and we were eating rations from 1975.
yep, yep.
Oh yeah,
I still got some of them up in Alaska, and I still had the little accessory package. And what's funny is I've got the World War II paratrooper survival kit, and inside it had water purification, it had candy bars, it had candy, it had little crackers, it had a little plastic bag, it had some other stuff, and it had 3 cigarettes in a package. It didn't have any
yeah.
freaking matches. Okay, so then the later C ration packs had the toilet paper and all that stuff, and they had a pack of matches in there, but no cigarettes.
Oh, man.
Right, right.
This is your
Oh,
military for you.
Oh yeah, yeah. Welcome to the army.
Yeah, so if you had
I
3 cigarettes
watching.
you could chew on, if you didn't have a way to make fire, you were screwed. But
Yeah, I was watching. Well, there's this one guy. He's MRE guy, and like he'll get packages in there, and like they'll have a whole pack of camels, matches, and of course the MRE, and coffee and crackers and bread. You know what I mean? But yeah, like seriously, that makes no sense. Yeah, you
yep,
put cigarettes in there and no fire, and then you put fire in there and no cigarettes. Yeah, that's just
no cigarettes. Yep, yep.
Yeah,
But
I
yeah, you
never
would
saw
take
the.
in a pilot survival can, they'd have matches at least. Even if it
Right.
wasn't for the cigarette, so you could build a fire.
Yeah,
Hmm?
I've never seen the C rations that had the cigarettes in them. That was before me.
Yeah,
I've got a
yeah. I
couple
think it was,
cans left out
I
in the
want to
shop
say
that
I
we
want to
dug
say
up
it was
from
back
World
in
War
the.
II.
Yeah, I was gonna say yeah, it was back before the seven. I think maybe yeah, even in the 70s, I think they had cigarettes too. But
Yeah, they did in Vietnam. They had cigarettes in their rations.
mm,
Yeah. And
man,
some of those
crazy
World War
time to
II
be alive.
dated cigarettes, though, that they had in some of the emergency packs, I see the cigarettes wrapped up selling for $100 a pack
Wow, no
because
kidding.
they're dated from World War II.
Right,
Yep,
right.
at
Wow,
gun shows and stuff, there'll be collectors of that kind of stuff.
that
Okay,
wow.
yeah,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. Collectors, yeah, collector item. Yeah. Hey, what's up, New York Outcast? Good to see you,
Yep.
Rob.
Hell, when I was in the military, I
Hey,
didn't
Rob.
give a shit what they put in front of us. I was gonna friggin' eat it because we were so hungry after training all day. You didn't care what they put in front of you.
Yeah,
No kidding. I like some of the
Yep.
old canned sea rats were actually pretty good, and some of that stuff was pretty good eating, and then some of it
Oh
was,
yeah.
man, they make you run for a place to go find a
mm-hmm.
log to squat behind.
Yep.
Yeah, you just had to bring a little jar of Tabasco with you all the time.
I've still got some of them little bottles of Tabasco out of some of the MREs. I just think they're cuter than the fart.
Yeah, they are. Yeah,
I kept them for
yeah. They
souvenirs. No,
they sell them on eBay. eBay. You can buy a box of like 20 or 30 of them for like $20 or whatever the hell it was.
yep.
Shit on a
I don't know
shingle.
how long I've had that, but this thing is so old. This thing is so old. I think it dates probably back into the '60s. The old John Wayne can opener,
Yeah, P38.
P38. Yep, that's opening
Actually,
Yeah,
many a can right there. So
now see, don't knock it, tennis. Well, I don't. Then again, yeah, you can't knock it. Shit on a shingle.
Hell no.
That's basically biscuits and gravy, folks. But
Yeah.
yeah, and if you got a good cook, then I mean, like if we had Jeremy would be a valuable member of our crew there. You know what I mean? Like seriously, he
Yeah.
could be able to make decent food for us. I'm just saying.
I would be too, because I'm a chef. I did that in the wintertime. I worked as a chef,
Yeah, my
worked
kids
restaurants and
actually.
stuff.
Yes, it's wild. My kids have become little culinary experts of their own. I'm pretty amazed actually, but and of course,
I'm kind of
they're
pissed off. Yeah,
musicians too.
I think
You gotta
I,
have
I
music.
think I told you. Yeah, I think I told you we took a lightning strike right outside the house here, and it fried my router, and it fried Red's control module on her new range. Very expensive range, convection oven because she loves to bake and do all kinds of stuff. And we had 5 burners on top. Lightning strike took out that module. We ordered the module, and now it's back ordered because there's no computer chips. They've got no modules, so we can only cook on the stove top. So we're kind of regretting now that we didn't buy the survival model stove out of Arizona. Would have cost us half the price, and it doesn't have all that electronic shit, and it's got battery backup sparker to light the oven off instead of one of them glowing elements that burns out you can't get either. We found out. So she's looking at maybe investing in another oven and going with the survival model and get rid of this expensive crap that we can't fix it. I can't fix it.
Damn,
Hey, Bug
Bushido,
Out.
What
you
up,
got
bug
almost
out?
Bushido, you got almost as much pussy around you as I do.
Yeah, we just inherited too. A lady that we know that lives in Montana. She moved away a couple of years ago, but her mom just died from the COVID shot. So
Oh no.
we got stuck with
Wow.
2 of her cats. But they're in another room. They're still hiding out. But so our cat count just went up by 2. Go figure.
Yeah, cats are easy to maintain.
Yeah, they are. Especially if they still got all their claws and you can just throw them outside half the time.
Oh no, man, I can't throw them outside. Like the bobcats and the fucking eagles and my dog will fucking kill them.
Crocodiles.
Yeah.
Or, I mean,
Yeah, everything out here fucking kills cats. You can't put a cat outside where I'm at, man. That's bad news.
Yeah, we
we've
got
lost
those
a bunch.
Mexican buzzards here.
Yeah, we've lost a bunch of kittens here. When Mama Cat has kittens, 1 or 2 always seem to disappear at nighttime. It's fucking owls getting them.
Oh yeah, we got crazy owls here.
They're bad. They're bad about it too. Yep.
I won't ever fault them either because owls are like my main pest control. I find fucking owl pellets everywhere around here.
Yeah. Hey, you know what else is a good animal to have around is opossums.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't ever fuck with them. They're so ugly, and like you just want to hate them because they're ugly. They're kind of like Rosie O'Donnell, like that. But they're actually useful, unlike Rosie O'Donnell.
Oh yeah, they're big time scavengers, man.
Oh yeah. Woo, boy.
Yeah, we got all that shit here too. I don't mess with anything. I don't shoot any wildlife in my backyard. Nothing. Just I let them do their thing. Yeah, we just let everybody do their thing out back. We got a couple acres out back.
If you just wait and have some patience, man.
shoot.
There's always comes a time to kill something.
Oh yeah.
But you don't have to want it.
I shoot the coyotes here.
Imposed on you.
Yeah, them
I shoot the
coyotes.
coyotes here and the skunks mainly, and I quit shooting the raccoons, and I've left them alone even though they carry rabies. But we kill all the poisonous snakes, the skunks, and the coyotes here. But we've got them Mexican buzzards that come in, and they'll even attack newborn calves coming out of the born out of the moms and try and kill it and eat it. And I had them. They killed my last guinea hen in the middle of the night. They were like the Okie Air Force. They come in and did a
Yeah,
dive bomb and hit that thing so hard it ripped its neck and head right out of the body, and there was no blood. It was weird.
Wow.
yeah, we get them buzzards here too, but I don't know if they attack anything. I think they just eat up all the dead shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that,
there's
that
two
is
different
weird, Moose.
kinds. These are them red-headed Mexican ones.
I got my arm ripped open one time and it didn't bleed, and I could see the muscle and the fascia and all that shit, dude. And there was no fucking blood, man. It didn't
Wow.
bleed at all. It was the creepiest thing.
Damn.
Yeah, that's pretty creepy.
That is creepy.
I'll give you that. Hello, Benjamin. Good to see you. And Courtney,
But yeah, watching those contractor guys look just like Bushido with that minigun going attacking that Taliban the camp the other night. I thought there's Bushido's guys right there, and they were flying the American POW MIA flag that looked like the Taliban flag from a distance, so they weren't getting any return fire. It was funny as hell.
Well, Moose, if that's what I think it is, those guys offered me some money to go over there, and they left out of Lake Wales, Florida. So if you find out who those dudes are, and they left out of Lake Wales, Florida, which is Orlando area, if that's the dudes, I could have been one of them, but like, you know,
I was born 12 miles from Lake Wales.
no, you got a beautiful wife.
I worked in Lake Wales. I was born 12 miles from Lake Wales.
Got a whole house full of pussy. I mean, yeah, why would you want to leave?
No, well, for me, dude, it's politics, man. Like, if this administration doesn't give a fuck about fixing their own shit, why am I going to go over there and fix it for him so then he can claim that he fixed it later? Like, that's why it's political for me more than anything.
Yeah, we were discussing that too, man. Yeah. America's approval rating has gone like that.
Oh, yeah. With the friggin' tater in chief. Yeah. He's a dickhead.
This had a number like AOD 345 bug out. It said like AOD 345 attacks the Taliban camp, and then they showed the video of them.
Heartland, Heartland, go ahead. Yeah. I got room. I can have up to like 10 people on here. The only thing is Moose might like get his bandwidth dropped, but
start chopping up.
My shit freezes up too, actually. But I'm so used to it that like I didn't even know that was a thing for everybody.
Yeah, we have pretty good luck with the Wi-Fi and stuff here. I don't know. Must be pretty good fiber optics in this area or something.
Well, dude, I'm signed up and I already paid the money for the Elon Musk fucking space internet shit. I'm just waiting for him to put the green light out. We're one of the beta test areas for it. So if suddenly my internet's really good, then you know what happened.
What is this? What is this? Some type of satellite link?
Hold on a minute now. Courtney, are you the Courtney from the damn what the
No, that's not Courtney from Wide's family.
Oh, okay. Not the
same Courtney.
Sorry, Courtney. I don't know you well enough. I don't just hand them out like candy. They only come to people that hang out and come around, and
shit.
I mean, I appreciate you being here and everything. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, I don't just
keep coming back and you get a rent.
Yep,
dude.
Keep coming back and become a regular, and you get a rent.
Is New York Outcast? Are you talking about me, dude?
You should be on. I don't know who he's talking about.
Somebody's saying that somebody isn't training enough. It's funny if he's talking about me because that's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, that is kind of funny. He could be talking about me.
I bet you're ready to go.
I mean, honestly,
notice bug out. I can tell you're ready to go at a moment's notice.
Pretty much, yeah.
Dude, the last time I had a gunfight was 2018, bro. If you got better than that, then just fucking come on up here and we'll talk about it. You know?
Yeah.
you're still in pretty good shape. You're still a young sprout. I'm still ready to fight at a given moment, but even with my
Dude, my
health
mile
like
time's
this,
getting
I'll
pretty
still put
gross.
up a
I'm
fight.
not gonna lie, dude. My mile is getting fucking worse and worse. But like, probably better than these fat fucks that are fucking criticizing me right now.
Oh yeah, exactly.
No
Hey, I'm
doubt.
almost fucking 60 years old and I can still get it. So
Yep, there you go.
friggin' A.
Yeah.
I like Moose Man though because he's like, man, I don't care if I'm sitting on my porch, on my rocking chair on the porch. I still got my rifle next to me. You know what I mean? So
If I'm ever bound to a wheelchair, I'm going to figure out a way to mount the belt-fed Browning to it. I'll guarantee you.
well, that's if they don't ban the pistol braces. Fucking God.
No, I'm going to have something with some firepower. At least with a wheelchair, I'll be able to carry lots more ammunition with that belt fed.
Right?
And you know, actually, there's another thing too, man. Like these guys are talking about, like they go to the range and they shoot static targets, and that is a perishable skill, which I agree. But there's a tactical knowledge. There's a thing like if you know the 47 fucking steps of clearing a fucking structure in like urban terrain, like that's shit that doesn't go away. So like it takes 2 days to get your fucking focal points and your reflexes and your weld down on any firearm. You can give me any fucking weapon and give me 2 days and I'll already be at operator status with it. Where like, if somebody's starting from scratch, it's going to take them weeks and weeks and weeks to get to the fucking point where they need to be. Yes, have my fucking paper target static shooting at fucking 300 yards. Is that worse than it was 2 years ago? Of course it is. But there's the fundamentals, and then there's the mission planning, and then there's all this fucking operational shit that you have to know. And if once you know that, like you just fucking know it, man. It's like, you know, that's why they always hire people that have already done it. That's why their contractors exist, is because it's way easier to get someone who's already done it back into the flow of things than it is to start somebody from scratch. It's just a fact. I mean, it's, but anyway, I don't mean to take it defensive, and I don't like it sounded like I was talking shit, which I kind of was, but I kind of wasn't, you know. And if somebody's in the industry,
I gotta ask, was that how it was like when you were over? Was that how it was like when you were over there training the Middle Eastern troops?
You can't, dude. Like I tried to train them with like calling airstrikes, for example, and I failed. I never succeeded in that. But I tried to train Iraqis and the Jordanian military on the airstrikes, and I never succeeded one single time. They're so undisciplined that you can't fucking do it, you know. But what's funny is NDS, man.
Too high. Was it because they were always
had
too
that
high?
new map too.
Well, you want to know one thing, man, and Afghanistan is different than over there, but in the Middle East, like being in the military is an undesirable job. So you don't get people that aspire to be in the military, and that's a huge difference. We have a warrior class in America where it's something that we look up to. You know, it's like it's an honorable thing to do. So when you change that, if it's something you look down on, it's like being in a meth biker gang in the Middle East. You know, like no people don't look up to it, and you like a lot of people that would, if somebody has any other way to go, they're going to go any other way but the military. So you're already getting the bottom rung, the bottom tier of society with their militaries. And it shows, you know, it shows big time. That's why Saudi keeps hiring people to fight Yemen. Saudi has more money than the rest of the world, and they cannot defeat a fucking country of goat farmers. Kind of sounds like America and Afghanistan, but it's the same difference. They're just pouring money and they're trying to beat Yemen, and they can't fucking take them because Yemen doesn't feel like fucking losing, and they just keep shooting the Saudis. And the Saudis don't have the discipline to keep up with it. It's like you have to and really like there's a balance. You can't be all of a warrior class like the Soviet Union was, because America beat us, and we're more Athenian in our approach. Like where we look at education and all this other stuff. You know, you take all this shit into account, and I think that's the approach really that where you need to be. You have to have your foot in all bases, and as a prepper, especially because there's no supply system. And Moose could probably talk on days for that. Where like, making your own ammo and doing all this other stuff, you're like, you've suddenly become a tradesman just to be a guy that can go out there and take a shot, you know? I mean, contracting's easy, man. You just got to kick doors and fucking shoot people. That's fucking simple. You know, like mission planning is pretty easy, especially in Kabul, man, because you're not going to go more than 6-8 blocks at a time because you can't survive further than that. You know, it all depends on where your drop zone is.
That's it.
I mean, you go out like Herat, you know, places like that where it's a little more remote, J-Bad, you know, Jalalabad, like, you know, your distances start getting big. But, you know, we had to plan routes to all those fobs, dude. We had to drive to all of them. And, like, you know, when it's more remote, you got way more standoff, so you know where the problem area is going to be. Like, you know, you got like 30 minutes to go, like, okay, so the shit's going to go down. Here's what we're going to do. You know, you can make a little pace plan, you know, before you get there. Man, in Kabul, there's nothing, dude. Like, the second that you open your fucking window, you can get shot because there's 3.5 fucking million people in there, and everything is built on top of everything else. It is a clusterfuck, dude. Like, that is the worst place to be. Let me tell you, man. When it comes to fuck.
Yeah, and so
the same way in Baghdad.
We're
Yeah.
at
Freaking Iraq was a shithole.
You know what? We're at the 2-hour mark. So I am gonna go ahead and close down this stream. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go change and refresh myself, and I will be right back up on my Dangerous Freedom After Dark. If somebody, one of my moderators, can please put that link in there, and what I'll do is I'll email 12B. I don't have your email, but I will email you the After Dark link, and we can continue this conversation there because I have a feeling this is going to get into territory that I don't want this channel to necessarily go into because of the you know, the censors. So anyways, yep. Follow me over.
It's all good.
After Dark. I'll be there in like 5-10 minutes. Okay. Anyways, everybody, thank you, Moose Man. Thank you very much for God. You're one of the best co-hosts ever. Bushido, thank you for coming up here, brother. 12 Georgia. You know, always a pleasure. And not to mention, Jeremy is on his way home. So Jeremy will be joining us in the After Dark too. So, Nicole Double D, I'm guessing that's probably the link. Thank you.
Dude, if Zach goes on the next one, I'm going to consider that our first date.
I can pretty much guarantee Zach's going to be over there.
I'm just kidding. I'm not trying to torment
You're gonna
Zach.
have to compete with back.
Yeah, actually, I was
You're gonna
watching.
have to compete with backdoor and pimping, though. You're gonna have to be competing with the Arky guys.
Oh, good grief! All right, everybody. Thank you very much. God bless America. God bless the Patriots, and keep your powder dry. Moose.
Keep your powder dry. Keep your powder dry. Keep your faith in God strong. Take care. God bless every one of you. And God bless the USA.
Keep your pants dry.